This is high. This is low. High, 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 low. Up for a second. Yeah, sorry for the really bad introduction, guys. I'm sorry, not the best introduction I could do. I mean, I really tried to come up with a decent introduction for this review, but yeah, sorry, just not that great. I'm sorry, I really tried, guys, I really tried. Hello everyone, this is Luke here, and today we have a good one. We have a really good one today. Today we got Spy number 24 from the Criterion collection. Directed by Akira Kurosawa. Today we got a Kurosawa double feature. I don't know if we're gonna do two videos today. I don't know if I'm gonna do two reviews today. I mean, I'm gonna think about it. I'm not sure really, but we might do two reviews today. We might possibly do two reviews today. So yeah, today we got Spy number 24, the Criterion collection, directed by Akira Kurosawa, 1963. High and low. So far, I would probably say that this might just be one of Kurosawa's best films that I've actually seen from him. One of his best, probably. I would call this. I might actually call this possibly his best one. I'm not sure, but I would definitely say that it's up there with his best films. But yeah, I just really, yeah, this is just an amazing film, honestly, high and low. But yeah, let's just get into the basic plot of this film, because yeah, this just, I don't really want to spoil anything about this movie, but it's just really amazing film. I really highly recommend you watch it if you haven't seen it. It's just, yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. So basically, the film follows Toshiro Mifune's playing the lead role in the film, as he usually does in a lot of Kurosawa's films. You'll see him in a lot of Kurosawa's movies. He usually plays like the lead role. He's the main guy, but there are some other Kurosawa films that we'll see soon that actually don't have him playing the lead role, but most of them actually they have him play. He usually is like the lead actor in Kurosawa's films, because he was really known as, like, they said he was like one of like the most like frequent collaborators with Kurosawa, so he would always collaborate with Kurosawa on his films. So basically, Mifune, he plays this wealthy industrialist, and he runs, or I don't know if he runs, but he is part of this company. He's part of this company that sells shoes, and he basically feels sort of disregarded by a lot of the other managers and the other higher ups, because they disregard him, and they don't really listen to what he has to say, so he's sort of being pushed off to the side on a lot of important matters regarding business matters, important, situations relating to the business, business matters and all that stuff. So he usually feels very disregarded by a lot of the managers, and they don't listen to him for most of the time. He finds out that what might be his son has been kidnapped by this guy, because he gets a call from this kidnapper who says that he's kidnapped his son. But then we soon find out, because Mifune at first is very surprised at this. He's very shocked, like, oh, they've got my son. But he soon comes to find out that this isn't his son, that this is actually a friend of his, an acquaintance of his, who he knows it's his son. So basically, the kidnapper has the wrong son, and the kidnapper still thinks that he has the right son, so that he has Mifune's son. So basically, the whole story is where Mifune's being asked by the kidnapper. He's being kind of coerced by the kidnapper to pay this ransom, and he has to pay $1 million ransom, basically. And Mifune's sort of torn between what to do with this ransom, whether he should pay the ransom or not, or whether he should just, refuse to pay the ransom, and just tell the kidnapper, I'm not paying the ransom. So he's sort of torn between two different sides of this whole situation, and it goes from there. It gets really interesting though. It gets very interesting from there, and all sorts of different stuff happens, and it's just, yeah, it's really just a fantastic film, honestly. So yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything else, but it gets really interesting from there. Things get very interesting from there. Yeah, it's just really just an amazing film, and mainly because of Kurosawa's direction. Kurosawa's direction, how he directs the film, is just really amazing. His direction, and just his directing style. That's one thing I really appreciate about Kurosawa, is his directing style. I really love his style of direction, his directing techniques, and I just really appreciate a lot of the techniques he uses in this film, and I just really appreciate how he uses those techniques to advance the storyline, and that's one thing that I really love about Kurosawa, is his sense of, one person said that High and Low would probably be like one of the most, this is really, of course, it's not as well known of a film as some of other Kurosawa films, but there's definitely probably better Kurosawa films than this one, and more well-known ones certainly at that. But this one's really, it's pretty well known, and for one thing, it's also known for some of the staging techniques, how Kurosawa stages certain scenes, how he places actors, and blocking techniques. This is a really great film for the staging, the techniques he uses, how he stages the actors in certain places, and how he sets up the whole scene, and just a really great sense of staging. Really great staging and blocking is one thing that a lot of people have noted about this film, is the use of blocking techniques, staging, how he stages certain characters, maybe places all the characters around this one character. So just to create a sense of maybe unease in the atmosphere, and it's just really amazing. How his direction just is honestly fantastic in this film. He uses some very intense shots, and very uneasy shots, and he also shoots from some very intense angles to create a sense of unease, and he creates this sense of uneasiness, and that's what he creates in the film, and it's really interesting. A lot of the shots, I really like a lot of the angles he uses. There's one really intense scene in the film involving the ransom money, and I'm not gonna really spoil it. I don't want to spoil it, but it's really just really an amazing scene, honestly, because of a lot of the angles that Kurosawa incorporates, and a lot of the shots. You get really intense, and this very fast-paced editing. Also, the editing is really something else in this film. A lot of the editing, it feels very fast-paced and intense, cutting between shots, transitions, a lot of really fast and quick transitions, and the angles too. Of course, the angles and the shots really line up with the tense atmosphere that Kurosawa was trying to create. It's supposed to be very intense, and the angles really create this very tense mood. But yeah, there's a lot of scenes in the film that have very intense angles, and it really adds to this sense of unease in the film, and I really love how it adds to this unease, or this tense atmosphere that the film is trying to create. Also, the ending is one thing I want to talk about. Now, I'm not gonna spoil the ending, because I don't really want to get into spoilers for the ending, but it's really just a very powerful ending. I would definitely say it's a really powerful conclusion, and certainly a conclusion that you won't be expecting because, in a way, this is your standard police procedural thriller sort of story. It feels like your standard suspense, kidnapping sort of thriller story. And the ending, I just love how the ending, it adds so much onto that genre of suspense, and it adds so much. It gives it more of a sense of, you feel that these characters, they're still human, and they're not just action movie cliches. They're not just thriller cliches or suspense movie cliches. Everything about the film, it feels very human and very real. So the ending gives you, a more realistic conclusion, and not only realistic, but the characters feel very human, and that is, especially expressed in the ending. I guess is what I got out of the ending, is that it feels very real and human. And then the acting is also one thing I want to talk about briefly. Toshiro Mifune, again, yeah, he's really great in the film. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, Toshiro Mifune's, yeah, he's always great in every Kurosawa film. You'll always find that, yeah, he's just, again, just a powerhouse performance, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. It's just really amazing in the film. So he's really good. And again, he adds to, very intense mood, and just the acting by him. Everything feels so real and intense, and again, it feels very human. You feel that, this is a human. The character feels very human, and the way he portrays his character makes it feel all the more human, because just the intensity, I guess, in his acting, very intense acting, and probably some of the most intense acting I've ever seen in possibly any film, maybe. Tatsuya Nakadai also is really good in the film. He plays the chief of police, I believe he plays, and he's one of the chiefs of police, or one of the managers of the police department. He's pretty good in the film. And he's really good in some other films I've actually seen him in. So he's a talented actor too. I would definitely say that. What do I give it? What do I give this film? Give it a 95%. 95 rotten potatoes this film gets. And yeah, it's just an amazing film. It's really intense, and that makes it all the more better because, it's Kurosawa. I mean, who could go wrong with Kurosawa? Well, maybe you could go wrong with Kurosawa on a couple ones of his, but we'll get to that later. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's just this fantastic film, honestly, and it's one of Kurosawa's best. And I'm definitely picking this one up at the Criterion sale that they're having at Barnes and Noble in July. I'll definitely be picking this one up because, yeah, I just really love it. So yeah, that's all I got to say about High and Low. Yeah, High and Low, 95%, fantastic film, great stuff. Now, what do we have next? What do we have next? What do we got next there? Oh dear. Oh dear. Spy number 52, Akira Kurosawa's Yojimbo. So we got a Kurosawa double feature going. Here we got a Kurosawa double feature going, but yeah, I'm just not very excited to talk about that one. Yeah, I'm just not very excited for that one, but yeah, I don't know, I'm not excited for that one. So then next up we got spy number 57. Oh, well, wait a sec. Look what I got me. Look what I got me from Barnes and Noble recently. I actually got this like a couple weeks ago. I got it. Look what I got me. Spy number 57, Stanley Donen, Charade. Charade. Oh my god. Charade. Cary Grant, Audrey Hepburn. You can't go wrong with them. You could go wrong with Akira Kurosawa, but you can't go wrong with Cary Grant, Audrey Hepburn, and you can't go wrong with Stanley Donen, director of the film. But yeah, this is gonna be a special one. This is gonna be a really special one. Because I might actually be doing this one with my dad. I might actually be doing charade review with my dad. Because I actually asked him if he wanted to do it, and he said, yeah, he would be fine with doing it. So, yeah, this is gonna be a really special one because I'm gonna be doing this with my dad actually. So, yeah, can't wait for this one. It's gonna be a special review. The next up we got spot number 62, Carl Theodore Dreyer's Passion of Joan of Arc. So we got Passion of Joan of Arc, and then yeah, can't wait for this one. Yeah, this is gonna be a really special one too. I might actually be doing this one with my dad. I'm not sure. But I definitely I kind of want to do both Charade and Passion of Joan of Arc with my dad. But I might just do Charade with my dad. So yeah. So yeah, we got those two coming up next after Yojimbo, that is. And then we got spine number 84, Good Morning, Yasujiro Ozu. We got some Ozu coming up next actually. We got some more of that coming up next. So yeah, we have quite a lot of Ozu coming up next, yeah, after Good Morning, that is. And then spine number 93, we got Black Narcissus, which is yeah, Powell and Pressburger. Then we got All the Heaven Allows, Laventuri, and Shelter. Yeah, and then yeah, we got so on and so forth. So yeah, that's basically all for the lineup. As of now, yeah, that's basically all for the lineup so far. So yeah, that's basically all for today. Yeah, that's really all. I mean, that's about all I have for today. Yeah, stay tuned for my review of Yojimbo. That's all for today. Stay safe and goodbye.